come work for the SCP. They said it'd be fun. I am in charge of the I'm in high command. Well, I mean, all 513 stuff. So, Class D today, or MTF, Punch and Shark Division. Could be a room full of white coats over there in the red room. About to be, anyways. When you send in.
I am a newborn. 11th of my bloodline, I came to be within a family of settlers.
Leave the Steely Dan playing in the background for the RIPD for sure. When you want to code, you don't want to be arguing too much with their the Scarlet King or Brighter Cliff or whichever one's which at the moment. Maybe they'll tell you. You get.
They examine my limbs and inwards.
You want to put some Steely Dan in the background. Get in here, start coding. That's what we want to do right here. I don't know if we want to necessarily break this down.
They found me.
I'm not sure what the question would be working with the dev team about a standard model. It's just easier to use it as a note system and start breaking down. Well, there's a lot of ball games, right? And there's a lot of, once it's started, that's going to be pretty good.
My young mind couldn't comprehend it,
but yet I was Pong, do you put that in the department head of what it is here? You want to start another set here and say Pong is the two-phase?
That night, I dream of diving into that universe as far as my breath could take. The currents guided me ever deeper to waters somehow destined to me and me alone.
You get two balls going at once, doing the logic of what it does.
I wish that I could endure it, but I had not. The morning after,
I'm sure my 79 would. Apple does something cool with like what your work time is and your play time is. Here's an app, but Exponential Idle might come up a fault signal unless you knew what you were looking at for checking the control panel and inspecting something to get the control panel. That AA note being really specific too.
Surface covered by nothing but that impossible vast ocean.
Bet you I find it real quick here.
Within this ship, harsh tutors and a personal physician was all that would keep me company and healthy. Beyond them, everything was alien to me.
That's a nice different type of error here.
I am not enough.
Well, errors are again a real easy button.
In the capital
Fine.
Of our
what are you looking for?
Here. Students are expelled for every new test made. Most of them are flogged in public before they are marched out in disgrace of the Scholas's gates. I have no family or friends here.
Is this work time? Dev team. Is what I'm doing here for where I'm at in the throes of what loop I'm supposed to be running the proper system? Here, I would say no because I'm so rookie. I should be in some yellow phase, red, white, and blue phase of where I'm supposed to be, and that's literally by the timeline. Even if I'm some slow kid, if I've been putting in, even if I've been putting in 12 hours a day though, you're gonna hit hard. And this is that one-line string of code. Could break, does what it needs to do. Penetrated testing, here's that Blender rendering, maybe Gibbs, maybe Ducky, right? You gotta put it all together.
I dream that I dive again into my ocean, but now I delve too deep.
Yeah, well, I'm doing some of my other ones.
There was no air
before, if you don't add to this line, this tight little sequence in calculus doesn't come across to be able to keep this number and the chessboard of other systems, where this would be the first thing you see if I was going to play that. Where'd you go? This thing. You're going to do this about VR or VA or some VAR variable or I forget what it is, but came up and went somebody's error, and it's like right next to the top of the code, right? And it wasn't the error in itself, but the way that loop worked, and it seemed to do it in a bunch of different cycles and programs it does. So you got to know how to just to throw that symbol down. Sorry, here. Yeah. Now you got a keybase to speed up some of that stone dock material when you got a big old pile of rock, and that's in quadrant here, and you're going to put it over here because that's the A1 B1 C1 loop, or A1 B1 2 C. Mathematically it's all A and it all fall to hydrogen, and that's the crisis. That's the ability to ball snake chessboard here.
The masters of this world have their children flogged because of
But technically, if they said one of my calcs were typing keys in this specific form, the only way it communicates, no, maybe not, half point, a quarter point, a 2/3, 1/3, hack it, or
those jealous zealots.